Timeguessr Thursday. To anybody new to the channel, don't worry about these Timeguessr games. I'm kind of, they're obviously not part of the main content, which is portraying indie games that I think the world needs to see, and I think the indie game market needs to get more, not mainstream, but more popular, more of a competition factor to the AAA studios. These Timeguessr games, well, technically, I suppose Timeguessr is an indie game of a sort, but they're really just to for my own amusement and to share the entertainment in the hopes that there's people out there who find it similarly entertaining. So if you don't like Timeguessr, then please feel free to move on to your next video, and I hope to see you in one of my review videos later. Otherwise, if you do like Timeguessr, stick around. And don't forget to comment your own experiences with the daily or Timeguessr, or even GeoGuessr if you prefer to play that, or whatever. So yeah, we're going to jump in. We're going to play the daily. If you want to compete against me, which is not much of a challenge really, pause now, play your own daily, and then comment how well you did in it. And we'll see if you kick my butt, which you probably will. Last Tuesday, our game wasn't too great. We didn't do what I consider to be a winning score, which is 30,000, and if we get above 40,000, I consider that sort of a gold win. I've never gotten the full 50,000 100% score, but I've never really tried to go for it. It gets to a point where the sort of the fine-tuning gets a little boring, loses the entertainment value a little bit, I think. If you disagree, then tell me in the comments. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you like to see. Anyway, let's jump in and see what we have today. See if we're going to do better than Tuesday. We're going to recover a bit, and my cat is clambering around on the table. Thank you, kitty. Right, we have people with the record. A BBC record. So we are in England. I'm assuming London. Is there a date? Not one that we can read, sadly. UK flag, just to confirm. Who are these people? That is Rowan Atkinson. That is the guy from Little Britain, I think. That's the only place where I already know him. And I know that face, but can't think who it is. And I don't think I know her. Is she a pilot? Stewardess? I don't know. This might be the Little Britain cast. I never really enjoyed it much. Barclay, they're outside a bank. I don't know. It's quite a young Rowan Atkinson. I think pre-Mr. Bean days is my guess. Not that helps. I don't know when Mr. Bean started. I'm going to say, from the clothes and things, I'm going to say this is late 70s, early 80s. Let's just go with 82. Why not? No, black and white picture. Let's go with 78. Maybe I'm overestimating how old Mr. Bean is. Rowan Atkinson. Naming actors for their characters. Anyway, I'm going with that. It might just be an arty black and white image. Look, I'm going to assume they're in London. Can I remember where the recording region is? I think it's over this way somewhere. West Camden or something. I don't know. Anyway. But the date of this. I'm still getting an 80s vibe from their clothes. Those puffer jackets and things like that were already popular in the 80s. I am not sure. He looks a bit 70s, especially with the hint of a popped collar. I don't know, man. Alright, I'm sticking with 78. I'm probably going to be too early. But I'm sure Rowan Atkinson is not that old. No, maybe I'm wrong. Let's have a look. Let's see how well we do for our first round. Oh, it was the 80s. Alright, not bad. Wow. How was that for close on the location? Where were they? Tottenham Square Garden. What road is this? Baker Street. Then by Paddington. Marylebone. Alright, not bad. Right, next round. Let's see what we've got next. 9,200 points. No, well, nearly 9,300. So a fantastic start. Brilliant start. Alright. So what have we here? We have a large suspension bridge. We have English. Something in spring. J. Milloway Limited. Do driving. Some old style trucks. What would we call this? Is this post-war? Do those look... I mean, those look quite oldish with those separate lights. Are we pre-war? Is this the 1930s? And this feels 1930s to me. Where is this massive structure? Customs and Transport Agents. Having some difficulty here. I don't know. I really am not sure about this. A big suspension bridge like that with those towers. You know, the habit is to see a bridge like that and just go, oh, the Golden Gate Bridge. But I think that is quite silly because there are many suspension bridges around the world. This does have like an American vibe to it, but I'm also getting hints that it's like Australian. Strange peaks on the building. I'm not getting much from the architecture. And I don't know what this is. Are these buildings? Is this some kind of raised road? I have no idea. You know, I'm going to say 1930s. I'm just going to say New York because I am not getting any location from this. My thoughts is maybe Australian, but I don't know. I mean, maybe not. So let's just go there somewhere and see how wrong we are. Okay, yes, we're fine. Okay, it was Australia. So I do not get like Australia from this. Anything that sort of said to me Australia was that I don't get really anywhere else from this. This all seems very English, but also not at the same time. So I must remember that means Australian. So, okay, so that's the Sydney Harbour Bridge. I must remember those towers for future reference. Alright, well, 4,600 points, call it 4.5. It's not bad for a, an image with quite limited detail here for someone like me. Yeah, I wouldn't say content with it, but I'm okay with that. State Library of New South Wales on Flickr. Alright, so not bad. 4,600. So we lost some of the ground we made on that good first score, but we're definitely not out by any means. Alright, now we have a courtroom. So we're in America. We're in America because look at the flag. Actually, is that the American flag? Yeah, it's American flag. And this courtroom looks American. There's cameras, old style cameras. So we are back in the day. We are looking at a map of Germany. Expansion during World War II. So this is either during the war or after the war. Is this? I wanted to say this is like the Nuremberg trial. It's got that kind of vibe. But with American flag in the background, did they stamp their flag as the jurors? Can we see anything in German? Where's Nuremberg? I don't know. don't know. I don't actually know where that is. I think it's somewhere in like the Netherlands or something, isn't it? Or Belgium, somewhere there. So I'm going to put the flag there, and I'm going to say 1940. Let's go with 46. I don't know how quickly they got to the trials. I'm firing wildly in the dark here, especially considering how positive I was about it when I saw that. But this does seem very post sort of the end of the war type trial. Look at those hairstyles and those cameras. Yeah, I'm going with that. Best I can do off the top of it. Let's see how lucky we get. 2 years off and 400 k's away. Alright, not bad at all. So it was in Germany, is this? Okay, Nuremberg. So we are in the Nuremberg trials. So they actually just stamped it with the American flag there. I mean, it was a global effort, I'm sure. But maybe American authorities. No, unfortunately, Europe is quite small. So we've made some ground back again. 8,800. Not bad. We're still on our way for that golden win, I think. Not bad at all. Let's see what brings up next. Right, we are in a cityscape. Getting American vibes from it. What do we have here? Quezon City. That is not as meaningful to me as it should be. Got some Toyota, Mitsubishi presence there. Lippine. I'm guessing this is southern part of North America. You know, we've got some Mexican border. That's the vibes I'm getting here. That's very colourful. I mean, do I think this is actually America? I don't know why. I'm driving on the right hand side of the road. It's a very wide road. 3 lanes. Who are you? What are you doing? Give me info. Strangely different coloured plates. I mean, it's like... What the hell is Quezon City? Is that a state at the end there? Is that Corolla, apparently? Alright, well, I think we're in America. Is there Quezon down here somewhere? In California. San Antonio. Yeah, no, I'm fading here pretty badly. Quick look down in Mexico. The Z in the name gives you a very old name from this region. And that kind of yellow dust sun. Can we see anything on the signs? The signs are making my eyes cross. Southern... Is that oil? Not sure what that says. It's weird because I look at this here and I can't read it, and then I look at it later when I'm just editing, tidying the video up and editing a bit, and I can suddenly read it much better, and then I'm like, how am I such an idiot? I can't read this stuff. It's odd. It's very odd way that when the blurring is kind of summarized. It's an older Toyota. I'm thinking we're in the 70s. Let's say 71. A lot of cars here. Nice sort of Jeepy car, quite like that. Design. Can't read any of those plates. Nothing useful on the signs. People put your city names on your signs. Crying out loud. And your country names. Have some kind of thoughts for all of the poor GeoGuessr and Timeguessr players who are trying to find their locations. I mean, come on. Really now. Alright. I'm not getting anything better than from this. I'm gonna say we're down here somewhere. I mean, I'm probably gonna be humiliated, but let's just see if we get away with it. Make guess. Oh, we're in the Philippines. Good lord, could I be more wrong? Alright, well, at least we got the year fairly close. But that was awful. Alright, so we have risked our... Well, I think we've killed off our potential for a golden win. We are now risking our win. We need to get at least 4,000 points here. And I'm already not that optimistic. I mean, this is a very nice area. Very nice street fair. Getting a very Indian vibe from it. That's a name, I think. Some person cafe. The signs are looking very English, but then this looks like... Oh, what is that? Is that Arabic? Well, can we tell the timeline? Fairly modern clothing, so I think we're close. Picture's a little fuzzy. It's quite a wide picture. Wow, I'm confused here. I'm very confused. Okay, do we see any cell phones? Does anybody have cell phones? He has a binder. They have things. He has, ooh, quite an older cell phone. So yeah, I'm thinking we're in the 2010s region, if not earlier. But then he might just have an old phone, you know. Okay, this looks again Arabic. So we are somewhere here. Somewhere in this region. Somewhere Islamic. Why am I failing? Middle East. Somewhere where a lot of tourists go. So it's a tourist heavy, possibly point in town as well. It's a pretty solid architecture and good quality. Something policy. Tourism policy? Tourism police? Not sure. This guy looks like we're about to scam him. This cluster of books. This guy's carrying a fob watch. Fancy. This lady with her formal clothing. Coca-Cola, of course. Oh, and Pepsi, right around the corner from each other. Looks like the Pepsi's waiting to mug the Coca-Cola. Layali El Hussein Cafe. I mean, that's got like Arabia written all over it. Some very lovely old buildings. Very nice towers. Is that a cooling tower, do you think? The air capture tower. Alright, well, I'm leaning towards kind of this area here. Do you think this is Baghdad? I don't know. I don't know how well Baghdad's doing at the moment. Cairo? Could this be Cairo? You know, I'm gonna say we're around here somewhere. I don't know why. That's just, except that's Egypt, not Arabian, but I don't know. That's just the vibe I'm getting, and I'm thinking this is 2010. So let's just go for that, and this will decide how much of a win we have. 1 year off, nice, and practically on top of this is Cairo. Okay, wow. I don't know, maybe it's just the quality of the photographer, but this just seems richer and warmer than a lot of pictures I've seen of Egypt in general. And I mean, obviously this is the green little nook in the corner by the Suez and all of that, but still, I mean, what a lovely place. And yeah, this pushed us right through into win categories. That was just me following my instincts, so you know, bravo on that, but I can't really claim the brilliance for it, but still, good score. 35,000, there we go, a good win score, not a golden win. We had a couple of nasty mistakes there. How do I see my breakdown? What did we fail at? Oh yeah, that one where we didn't recognize Australia. And that one where we didn't recognize the Philippines. that was very embarrassing. That was largely less embarrassing. So yeah, okay, not too bad. And if you've watched this far, thank you for watching, and I really do appreciate it. And yeah, come back for the game review videos. Subscribe for those, if not for my Timeguessr skills. And I really hope to see you in the next video. Thanks again, and goodbye.